What's up, guys? Matthew getting ready to watch episode 1128 of One Piece. Last we saw, Kizaru and Luffy are absolutely going at each other. Again, it's funny. It's one of those things. This fight, while being, you know what I mean, as epic as it is, like flat out, like this could be the worst fight in anime history. But because it's Luffy and Kizaru, like going into it, the hype is there, so there's no like, you know, lack of excitement for it. The animation has been pretty cool. Obviously, the creativity. Anytime Luffy is in Gear 5, the creativity of this the show goes, you know, gets scaled up 20%. So everything about the fight is so interesting. But what I wanted to say about it is it's funny. You know, this huge battle that's going on right now. It's between two of the, like, I don't know, chillest. No, you can't describe Luffy as chill, but I mean, you know what I mean, like they don't go all out. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it feels like Kizaru is on autopilot, you know what I mean? It's especially, not only just, you know, in normal, you know, job. He's doing something he doesn't want to do as well. So he's kind of like forcing himself to do it. Luffy is just being goofy Luffy. It's not like he's going, I don't know. That's one of the things that's like, you don't know whether Luffy is going all out 100% or he's messing around. So anyway, I want to get right into the episode. You guys know me; I'm going to yap a lot at the end about the episode and what I see. So I won't leave you guys waiting too long. So if you guys do like the video, please drop a like, leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon, and if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate if you subscribed. Again, it really does help me out. Let's get into episode 1128. Vegapunk just ordered the ruthless murder of thousands of innocent men. Innocent. Are you about to get, like, are you going into it now? Yeah, apparently, Godhead of Science and Defense. They each have, like role. You should probably assume that, but I don't know. These poor, these poor bums, man. It's awesome, like, rewatching the past week. I rewatched a couple Marineford scenes. It's awesome seeing some of these smaller characters reoccur over the course of so many episodes. How old are we thinking? Like, I could see like something as low as 6 or like as high as like 16. Oh my god. Baddie focus alert. I can't say that because she's underage, but listening for her heartbeat. Oh my god, he's using it's an L. He's using advanced woman-seeking simp hockey. I hate the fact that I just got goosebumps of Sanji saying that because I'm tired of Sanji being a simp, but he's badass. When he locks in, he's badass. Pomsky does look badass. Hold up. Why does Pomsky look badass? Age bullets? Does it make him think they've gone older? It's Brooke! Makes him think they've gone older. They're crazy. Where is he? Where is my protector at? Oh my god. What? No, stop it. These fruits are getting stupider and stupider. And I love it. The ride fruit. No, stop. I just want to see the flashback. The show is edging me for too long. And a show that is just, this really is edge piece. I mean, she could have dodged it in the first place, but it's fine. Oh, he's got the theme's going on. How dare you hurt a lady? He's gonna say something cringy like that. And I still like him more than Zoro. I don't care. No, it's funny. I bet Oda does, obviously he's written so much and he's very smart, but I mean you can't keep control or remember every single person you've ever drawn. I think that he's just getting weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder as time goes on, just so he doesn't repeat any visuals. When is this man Kuma actually going to show? I would assume he's going to show up right at the final moment to save the day. Or sacrifice. I would assume he's going to sacrifice himself. I mean, Robin's got to be milking this. Can I be honest? Dude, how is she just... Like... Oh yeah, she's sacrificing herself. Stussie's just walking around. Robin got smacked or something like that, and she's... Come on now. This poor man, Kaku. He's just a chill dude. He's just a nice, chill dude, and he was always got to deal with whatever Lucci puts him through, and then whatever the good guys do to him. Always a rock and a hard place he's stuck between. I really want more of Stussie, because, like, you know, she's a clone of Buckingham Stussie, but I mean, like, I don't know, like if there's like a Frankenstein's monster situation to where I don't normally think someone who would be born out of a clone would be loyal to whoever made them. How many episodes do we think Zoro's gonna win the fight? Again, I repeat, Lucci should be stronger than him, but it's Zoro, so Zoro will win. Guarantee. Like I said, this... I don't know how to describe it. This might be the most hyped fight between the two, like... You got the goofiest character of all time against the most nonchalant character of all time. And it works. Again, I'm going to repeat it. I say it every episode. Luffy's 100% going to win the fight. But still, even at this moment, I don't see Kizaru breaking a sweat. Should have said meow. I mean, we obviously... Well, we got a silhouette of his form. And I don't recall... I might be stupid, and I apologize if I don't remember. I don't think they told me the fruit that he has. It just silhouetted the power. Against Sabo and Cobra. Yo, I'm getting goosebumps. He's about to make his... Like, is it going to interrupt the Kizaru-Luffy fight? Or is he going to, like... Again, I would assume that Saturn is the strongest person there. Again, other than Luffy being the main character. So... Is Saturn going to go kick Kizaru out of the fight? Or how does that work? Too slow, my man. Oh my god. Whoa. You felt the aura? Chopper has the 5th greatest aura in the history. Why does Chopper have the 5th best aura on the island? He's an omnipotent presence. He's a Godhead. I guess that makes sense. Oh, there's the... Oh, there's him in the background of the eye catcher. Come on, man. Stop milking. Stop milking it. I want to see what he looks like. Whoa. Oh my god, he's like a tarantula? I got goosebumps. I hate spiders, bro. If this man's a giant spider, he's looking like Black Maria. He's a demonic spider? What do you mean? Okay, he's got to make a big aura-filled entrance, attacking his own men. Zoro fanboys would say Zoro could beat Saturn in a 1v1. May behold him. Oh my god. This is the biggest deal in the history of the world right now. Not history, but... Who are they? What do you mean? Why do we have a zoom in on her boobs? Obviously, she has history with the Five Elders. I would assume, like, up close. I don't know if Saturn would be, like... I don't know if Saturn is important to this, as in, like, he's connected to Kuma or Bonnie specifically, or it's just a... They interacted with the Five Elders, and they sent randomly one of them. I don't know, though. Okay, guys. Come on, man. Show me the form. You're killing me here. It's like a, what, like sludge spider? Maybe he's not a spider. I can't. He looks like Kaido. And he's still got a cane. Oh my god, he looks like the villain from Monsters, Inc. I'm blanking on his name and I feel so bad. He's gonna kill you for feasting your eyes on him. Oh. Did he just take... Oh my god. Hisashiburi da na. Got science and defense. You do? I don't. Lucky dodge right there, buddy. Light bulb. Dude, he looks so stupid in the best way possible. You dodge, I dodge, baby. Let's go. Tit for tat right here. Hey! Oh my god. Wow, that's a solid ass hit on him too. Again, it's Kizaru, so he will... Really? That fast? Well, someone stole the plot for 2 episodes. He'll be back. I was gonna say, is anyone gonna check up on Alice? Dude, he's giving me goosebumps. Is Sanji about to straight up just attack Saturn? Bonnie, just turn this man young. Okay, no, that's Saturn specifically has given her PTSD from something he's done. Oh wow. He's the one who ordered this stuff on Kuma. Oh my god. Oh, and Vegapunk lied and left a little bit. Dude, why is she running like a little bug? Oh, is that why she's scared of the bugs? Those little beetle things? Because they kind of look like Saturn? Wow. That's just grape jelly. Oh, not grape jelly. Strawberry jelly he had in his beard from breakfast. You ain't doing any damage to this man. Obviously, another phenomenal episode. I don't typically look at the previews for next episode, but I skim through them just because as a doing a reaction channel, I don't want to miss any like post credit scenes, and I know that One Piece has really never had a post credit scene, but I'm just always in constant fear that I will miss it, so I do skim through it nowadays. And it looks kind of fillery. So I think there may be a filler episode next week or some sort of recap special or something like that. I hope that's not the case. Again, I didn't watch the preview because I don't want to get spoiled on anything. But hey, if there's no video next week about One Piece, that's because it was off. So that was a phenomenal episode. Again, it's the one. I think most people agree with this. Um, you get so excited to like catch up to or finish One Piece that when you finally do catch up to it, you're kind of disappointed that you only get to watch like one episode a week. You know what I mean? Me, I caught up and had you know a couple episodes a week, and then I had to wait. You know what I mean? 6 months for new episodes. So it's a rarity. I sort of caught up at the worst possible time. Some could argue, but sometimes it is frustrating to only get 20 minutes, and even then, it's like more like 15 minutes. It's sometimes hard to just get 15 minutes of content, but I will say these last couple episodes, they've not made me angry or upset or anything like that. They have delivered, in my opinion. They've been very good. Again, this Luffy Kizaru fight, it's again, I would assume, I don't know, because that's the problem, because this isn't like a complaint or anything like that, but as One Piece continues, as you know, you more episodes go down, you learn about more characters, you sort of get the idea that like there's always someone stronger. So you know what I mean? Like someone like Crocodile looks invincible in the first 100 episodes, and then as we go on, and you know what I mean, we get Doflamingo or Kaido, or you know what I mean. It sort of keeps going up and up and up. It feels. Same thing. I would have to assume that Saturn is stronger than Kizaru. Um, so with that being said, I would really hope. Now let me tell you what: if Kizaru, again, I don't think that Kizaru lost the fight or he got knocked out right there. If he did, terrible. That would be utterly terrible in my opinion. But what I'm trying to say is, if Saturn is now the strongest antagonist on the island, Luffy would have to fight. You know what I mean? Luffy would have to fight Saturn, and if so, what's Kizaru gonna do? Because let me tell you what, under no circumstance should there be anyone on that island other than Luffy and Saturn who are even near Kizaru's level. No one else should be even close to Kizaru's level. So I'm kind of hoping, I'm kind of scared that they're going to knock him out for a couple episodes from that one hit. If that is the case, I will be a little disappointed. Again, not like, oh, I was a fan of One Piece for 1,100 episodes, but this episode right here, it ruined the show. I'm obviously not going to be like that. You know what I mean? There have been weird fights or weird knockouts or weird anything like that many times throughout the history of the show. So it wouldn't be that jarring, but I would be very upset if a character whom I have personally, and I know that the show has built up so much, like Kizaru, to be knocked out like a wimp in 10 minutes of fighting with Luffy. That would be a little disappointing. I think I talked about this maybe last episode or last couple episodes too. Sometimes it's kind of hard to gauge and compare fights because depending on the pacing at the time, you either get like, you think maybe like what, 20 episodes ago to like Law versus Blackbeard where they had a full episode of amazing fight, you know what I mean? And then you get like you got the beginning in a previous episode, and then you got the end like 5 minutes in a different episode. But it was really contained, really well paced. But then you also get stuff like a Luffy versus Katakuri, and I'm not saying that's bad pacing because Luffy and Katakuri is probably the greatest fight in the history of the show. But that fight had to last 30 episodes, if I remember correctly. It's something crazy like that, definitely over 20. So I really would not want Kizaru to be wiped in 3 episodes of a fight. So I am expecting him to get back up. But again, at that rate, what happened? Like, I mean, are we going to have like Luffy versus Kizaru and then literally everyone else dogpiling on Saturn? Maybe that could work. I don't know though. It's definitely, I really got the vibe there, just not only just from Bonnie's reaction, but just the way that they've been building up Saturn. That he is, and it's the Godhead of science, so I would assume that he is sort of Vegapunk's direct, manager, boss, whatever you want to call it. And I never thought of that. It's one of those things. And again, I don't think that this is bad writing in any way whatsoever, but One Piece is definitely one of those shows that sort of keeps basic information away from you, just so that they can hit you with a surprise later on. Again, no problems with that at all. It's like something as simple as keeping like two of the four Yonkos secret for a while, and then you know what I mean. They're randomly have a reveal this episode. Oh, it's this person. It's Big Mom. You know what I mean. It's not like the biggest plot twist in the world, but it's just like you know they held information from me to surprise us with it later. That's the same thing in the sense of yeah. Now that I'm thinking about the five elders, probably all do have little specialties or little departments that they're the figurehead of, or they're godhead of, I should say. So yeah, I do wonder. I wonder because obviously Kuma was you know what I mean stripped of his you know what I mean stuff his mindset and obviously just the vibe of that little tiny 30-second flashback. I got the vibe that Saturn ordered it, but Vegapunk did leave a slight semblance left so that he could continue do something at the end, so he could complete something. Or I assumed that the reason he gave up his you know mind was to sacrifice or was to save Bonnie in some way. And I think that is going to be revealed somehow, but I don't know now because I could definitely see a world in which Saturn just straight up went, "Nah, man, I'm taking it," and then you know Kuma, because of his relationship with Vegapunk, went, "Hey, leave me this one little sliver of hope so that I can save her if I need to." Because again, I would assume that he's flying over here to save her. So I'm very hyped for that. But my question is this: why the focus on Kuma? Why would Saturn want to strip Kuma of his brain? Is it because of something revolutionary army related? Or what I'm kind of thinking now, what if it's still not revealed? And again, throughout the last like 100 episodes, I was just assuming, like I always assume, like you know what I mean, like I assume with Ace and Luffy, like I assumed with Sentomaru and Kizaru. I just assumed that Kuma and Bonnie are directly related family members. But the more that I think about it, they're probably going to hit me with another plot twist because it's a found family. One Piece is the ultimate found family. They're probably going to trick me again or try to trick me again. So I'm going to just go on a limb and say that Bonnie is not the biological daughter of Kuma. If that's the case, I would be very interested in if this whole thing that's happened to Kuma is because he took care of Bonnie, because obviously Bonnie is very integral and very important to the Gorosei, to the government. You know, they were trying to do something with her, and then it either failed or they moved on to a different plan. So that's why they're you know sort of going out to kill her now. But if I had to assume something, I would assume something like a secret identity, just because again, I don't want people to misunderstand me. I'm saying One Piece is repetitive. But they do tend to use some of the same sort of plot twists, which I have no problem with because they typically get me. They really do. They typically do get me. So I think this might be the first time where I'm just trying to think ahead so that I don't get tricked. But that would be heartbreaking, especially from a Bonnie perspective, in the sense of she might blame herself for what happened to her father. Again, no matter what, she would, because my two options are it's something related to Bonnie's identity or something that Bonnie did or something like that. Maybe again, yeah, maybe something like a piece of information that Bonnie knows or something like that. Or it's just as simple as Kuma is protecting his daughter. So you know, no matter what, Bonnie would look at it as like oh man, my presence is what caused him to sacrifice himself. So yeah. I'm still. Again, obviously, we're bringing at the end of the arc, we're bringing Vegapunk with us, and what we have. So who's out of Pythagoras, Shaka? We've got Stella, Atlas, York, Edison, Lilith. Okay, so only two are knocked out, right? If I'm remembering correctly. Only Shaka and Pythagoras are out of sorts right now. So we're essentially down to 5, because this arc, we're not going to have time to reinstate the others, I would assume. Just because of how hectic it's been. The reason I bring this up is because I am kind of scared. Obviously, Stella needs us, you know, so he wanted to go to Elbaf with us. Or, well, he wanted to leave with us, and Elbaf is the next spot. We had an Elbaf flashback with Vegapunk, so you know, you can put one and one together. My thing though is how many Vegapunks would survive? Because we only need one of them. Like, obviously, I would want just Stella to make it because I feel like Stella is just the most interesting. But again, at the end of the day, they all share the same memory. So if 4 of them die and it's left to one random one, like all of the information can be transferred or collected by that one. So I would again, quite I love Lilith. She gives me the same sort of vibes as like a carrot. Um, you know what I mean? In the sense of really important, like awesome female characters that really mesh well with the Straw Hats that they kind of, or Oda kind of underrates, or you know, because I'm still pissed to this day that Carrot didn't join the crew. I just think it was really, I'll say a cop out, if you will. Again, Oda has written such a fantastic story, but anyone who says that it's perfect is a little incorrect. There are some mistakes or some inconsistencies, some slight retcons, which are absolutely fine. Like, you know, as long as the sort of quality stays put and we keep going in a really good direction, I'm absolutely fine with it. But something like a Carrot or a Yamato that does kind of upset me. I think Yamato should have definitely joined the crew. He was awesome, and it's probably just going to be relegated to like a one more big appearance for him somewhere down the line to save the day. But rant done. You know what I mean? Edison has been really like, he's not important at all. So there's no chance that again. Would they bring multiple Vegapunks at the end of the arc? Like, are we gonna have like 3 Vegapunks traveling with us? I would put my money on no. I would put my money on only one surviving. Sadly, so Edison is an immediate knockout. Atlas is an immediate knockout. That brings you down to Lilith, York, Stella. Either of those 3 I could see. Again, you know, with Shaka being gone, Lilith feels like the most of the satellites. Feels like the most like main character-ish of the group, so I could definitely see her. Again, she interacts very well with the Straw Hats. Stella, obviously, again, that's my sort of hope, just because I think he's the most entertaining. But I could also see it being a twist and being York in the sense of almost like a Caesar situation, where we take her with us for a little bit, and she becomes more of like a anti-hero. You know what I mean? Like the villain that's like kind of funny interactions with the group. So I don't know. I do not know, but. I'm the final thing I'll talk about. Saturn looked so scary. I hope we get the fruit name next episode. I'm gonna assume it's some, well, it's 100% a mythical zone, because again, it's one of those like again, I'm not complaining. I just find it funny how, you know, it feels like Oda, like, as he introduces stuff over the course of the hundreds of episodes, he sort of gets obsessed with something. So like, he has regular fruits for like, you know what I mean, 400, 500 episodes, and then the minute he introduces like 1 or 2 mythical zones, everyone powerful now has to be a mythical zone. I would assume it's going to be some mythical zone, ancient god, spider, some sort of thing like that. So I hope I do get that, and I want to see Saturn throw down. Again, I feel like he can only really throw down with Luffy, because that's the only person comparable to his power level on the island. Again, because it's the main character, so he's always gonna have a chance in a fight. But again, I really hope that Kizaru did not just get wiped out then, because that would be highly disappointing. And then, you know, the worst case scenario would be, you know, Kizaru's knocked out for a couple episodes. He gets sidelined because Saturn takes up the reign as the big bad for a while, and then Kizaru's relegated to like a fight with like Sanji or Zoro. And again, I don't dislike those characters, but I don't know. I feel like someone of Kizaru's level should only mingle with Luffy. And again, the final thing I'll say that again, this is a problem. Again, I said I haven't been complaining before. I'm complaining about this aspect. Post time skip, they really don't do a lot of focus on the Straw Hats. I mean, someone like Brook has had like 3 sentences this entire arc. I'm not like specifically singling out Brook as like, oh, I need Brook to be the main character. I'm not saying that, but I feel like the earlier arcs, there was less Straw Hats, but I feel like they did a lot better of a job at juggling the characters and giving them good character interactions and having, you know, individual fights. This arc has not done that. It's probably been the only weak spot of the arc, to be quite honest. I think that literally every single other aspect of the arc has been 10 out of 10, except Straw Hats. You know, I would even say, I'd say like two through 10. You know what I mean? Because even Zoro has had a couple big moments. Sanji, typically post time skip, they've really only given 3 Straw Hats like real big focus in like almost every arc. I will say, surprisingly, Frankie is somehow number 4, which I love. Like, you know what I mean? Like Frankie has sort of earned himself. Like, again, Jinbei's probably stronger, but it feels like Frankie's given more like fights and stuff like that recently. So that's cool. But even this arc, it feels like Sanji has been given relatively nothing, and he's even been. I've seen some of the the outrage, fan outrage of him being cut out of a couple panels or shots. So I want the other shots to get some shots in. The final thing I'll say, and it was kind of funny. I don't think it was meant to. Chopper obviously doesn't have the 5th strongest hockey on the island, but I did find it funny how Chopper's the 5th person to react. He's like, oh, something's wrong, guys. What? And everyone's like, what do you mean? So, again, the preview kind of looked a little fillery or recappy. So I don't know if I'll see you guys next week, but worst case scenario, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for episode 1129. So you guys have a good week or 2 weeks or a couple days, however long it is. You guys, please like and comment. It really helps me out. I've got the Flying Through Action up on Patreon, and if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. You guys have a good one.